Hello, everyone. I'm Tom Gilligan, CEO and founder of Marathon Tours and Travel back in 1979. And I'm delighted to welcome our guest today, Susan Hurley, the founder of CharityTeams, LLC. And she is considered the head cheerleader for the Boston Marathon, since she's involved with many charity groups, fundraising teams, and she is the one who organizes, administers, inspires, motivates, and gets these people not only to the starting line, but helps to get them to the finish line. So Susan, tell us, what are the challenges during these virtual times and this virtual Boston Marathon 11-day experience?
Well, first of all, Tom, let me thank you for that wonderful introduction. I always love to be known as Boston's biggest cheerleader, because you know that I cheered for the Patriots, and now I cheer on runners all along the Boston Marathon course while I run as well. And we go way back with Marathon Tours, and it's just an honor actually to be here with you, because Marathon Tours does so much for so many runners just all over the world. And to have this sort of partnership with you guys, where you guys help, get hotel rooms for all these different runners, it's just amazing the amount of work that it takes that goes into doing this. So I have to commend you first before you, just to reciprocate. You are the travel agent of the world for runners. So thank you. Challenges.
Yeah, Susan, thank you for that endorsement, because as we've worked together for many years in the past, helping your fundraisers to be accommodated in Boston, to be comfortable for them.
Absolutely. Whenever I have travel needs, which is all the time, right up to last minute, there's only one person I call, and that is Tom Gilligan at Marathon Tours and Travel. So thank you for all you do for all of the runners of the Boston Marathon, because we couldn't do it without you. You're just a big part of this whole thing. So, challenges, we're all facing them, right? It's really been a difficult situation to manage, but I think most of us are figuring out a way to pivot, continue to inspire our runners, because it's all about the runners, right? And so we want to, for me, I just continually have been emailing people, staying in touch, making sure that their charities are emailing them so that they are, engaged and motivated and excited to run the virtual Boston Marathon. We have no other choice but to go virtual. So instead of, trying to go against the grain and figuring, oh my God, I wish we could do it in person and all that, we have to just go with this thing and make the best of it and have fun doing it. And I'm seeing all these amazing photos of runners all over the world, running in their home countries, running in the United States, picking crazy courses and really challenging themselves. So for me, who's running on Saturday, that inspires me to be better and to do better.
Yeah, it's amazing that you say that, because runners really have embraced this virtual marathon idea, which to me, I'm old school, so that's a bit surprising. Using modern technology to be able to continue to participate in the sport. And coincidentally, I was doing my little run down here in Cape Cod, where I'm often in isolation and self-quarantine. I was running down 6A on this quiet road, and I was doing my 2-mile out and back, and I'm thinking to myself, now where in the world would I be now if I weren't quarantined and unable to travel? And lo and behold, I realized that I should have been in Bordeaux, running through the vineyards of France this week, because the marathon would be Saturday, and today would be a training run for the group on arrival. But you can, as you're running and doing your virtual runs, you can fantasize a little bit about your next trip or a past trip, and that helps to inspire. But Susan, it's your enthusiasm jumps out of the computer screen, so it's quite easy to see how runners can get inspired by you. What are you doing now with so many charity teams that you work with on a regular basis?
Yeah, I mean, I think the main thing is, you know, a lot of these runners are beginner runners, the charities that I work with, they've never run a marathon before. So I think easing the fear of people that, you know, you've been running for, oh my gosh, I mean, 20 week cycles now. So we're 40 weeks into this. So from when we started last year, you know, in December. So I just continually communicate with people. And I think the hardest part for most of these beginner runners is they just don't know what to expect. You know, when you get to mile 21, it's a whole new ball game, right? So just trying to sort of just ease their fears and explain to them and teach them what it's like. And also, because these runners are running for a purpose, I think to draw back on whatever that purpose was, right? To be inspired by that child with cancer, that person that's homeless, anybody that has made an impact in their lives over the course of this. And also just to remind them of all the support that they have going into this, that they're not alone. Yes, they're running alone out on the course by themselves, but we're all in this together. So there is that feeling of community. And I think that that's really important to post their pictures, to know that we are out there. We're using social media a lot. We're using the hashtag Finish Strong so that people can really share their photos.
Yes, so moving forward this week, I understand you're going to participate in your own virtual Boston Marathon. When are you doing that?
I pushed it off, but I'm actually going to do it on Saturday morning. I'm still up in the air where I'm going to do it.
Come on, you're
yeah, I really am. I've had a few different, I thought about doing it on the track actually, because I will be running by myself. And the track, I love to run on the track. I run on the track all the time. People are like, oh, 26 miles on the track. But I did Gillette Stadium Marathon. That was in a circle. That was 116 laps. I did Fenway Park. Yeah. So that was in a circle. That was about 114 or something like that. So I like the circle thing. But, you know, it wouldn't, I mean, if I had my choice, I'd be running on the course, right? But we want to try and discourage that a little bit. But, you know, I haven't decided. Maybe Lexington. Lexington, they have that beautiful rail trail. All down through the woods, and that's a really flat course. Whatever I do, I can guarantee you it will be flat.
Oh, come on.
Absolutely, Tom.
You gotta put some hills in there.
Tom, I'm 57 years old now, and I'm like, okay, that's the one thing is like, I might take the easy way out and just go the flat route. If I have my choice, good weather, flat route.
Okay. Well, it could be a little warm. We've had continued summer weather, so it's going to be a little bit warm for you. But knowing your tenaciousness and your background, and of course, you're very well trained and have lots of experience. 26 miles is going to be nothing for you, having done the Ironman in Hawaii and so forth. So I don't have any doubts that you'll finish it up. But I firmly believe you should put some good-sized hills in there to simulate the real Boston experience.
Okay, I'm going to take your word for that then. I mean, who knows? I mean, you know, maybe I'll throw a hill in there for marathon tours, right?
You please do that. Yeah, you think of me.
I might have to do that.
Around 21 miles, I'll be cheering for you virtually.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, Susan, hopefully we'll get back to some sort of new normal. I know you have fundraising teams that you coordinate for New York, Chicago, Marine Corps, Boston. Where else?
Yeah, I mean, Falmouth is another one. Falmouth is a great race, shorter. I mean, you know, primarily Boston, New York, Chicago, Marine Corps. So, you know, and that keeps me quite busy, spread out throughout the year. So, you know, hopefully it all gets back to normal soon.
And you're into the hundreds of runners and countless charity teams. You must be dealing with, what, 40 or 50 different charity teams?
Yeah, so with Boston alone, I have 44 teams. I have about 480 runners. I manage those myself. But it's fun. I mean, this is what I live for. You know, I want to see people succeed. You know, this is life-changing for them to be able to run a marathon and be inspired by a charity and earn their spot at the starting line that way. So it's
Yep.
for them, it's a Super Bowl of running.
Yeah, you have a few of the Patriots who are fundraising teams. Does Gronk still have a Boston team?
Oh yeah, we have a team for Gronk. I'm actually running on Gronk's team this year, so so I will be wearing a Gronk Nation singlet. It won't be Tampa Bay colors; it'll be red, white, and blue, but that's okay. Yeah, and then Tom Brady, the Team TB12 Foundation,
Right.
and the Joanne Druzzi Foundation, and David Ortiz Children's Fund, and Doug Flutie Foundation,
Wow.
and Sean Thornton Foundation, and
Wow.
Pedro Martino Foundation. Yeah, I mean, Matt Light Foundation. I work for all the superstars.
I don't know how you can keep that under control. I mean,
Oh, and Coach Belichick. Coach Belichick has a foundation.
he has a team as well.
Yeah, he is a team too. So, yeah.
Wow. Hey, that's a mountain of work. I don't know how you do it. Are you hiring?
Yeah, I'm not hiring. I'm trying to take care of myself right now, right? Maybe in next year. I mean, I think it's going to get, when it comes back, Tom, when it comes back, I think it's going to come back with a vengeance, right?
No question.
I think it's going to come back with a vengeance. I think people are chomping at the bit right now, with just waiting to see when it's going to happen. I still think it's a ways away, but I do think when it comes back, it's going to come back, and we are going to have so much work, and we're going to be so happy that we hung in there.
Well, whether you're traveling on a trip with Marathon Tours as a group, or you're running for a charity team, or just your local running club, we all know that it's the camaraderie of the sport that keeps everyone inspired and creates this lifestyle that we can't find anywhere else. Thus, the term, the running community, which is a global community. We're all looking forward to getting back to running, whether it's Boston, your local road race, or some foreign land on any of the 7 continents. We're all looking forward to get back to that. And Susan, I know you'll be there and inspire lots of runners. So we thank you for your time, and hopefully we'll cross paths face to face soon. So take care.
I hope so. And always remember, running friends make the best friends, don't they?
Thanks, Susan.
Thank you, Tom.